Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of What's That Herb series. Today we are going to cover Perilla. Perilla is one of the most underrated herb, in my opinion, because this is a fantastic herb that you should grow. There are so many benefits to this plant, and if you want to know more about the benefits, I would provide links to some videos that I've been watching. And there's a really nice video by Dr. Paul Hyder, and he explained everything so well about this plant. So there are many different varieties of Perilla, and this one here is the purple kind. There are two different types of purple varieties in my garden, and I will show you what they are. And there are also some green ones. Now these here are the more common one, I think. These are the one with smaller leaves. The Japanese kind and the Korean kind are the ones with larger leaves. And I think when people refer to those, they also call them beefsteak plant. I guess because the leaves are just enormous. This kind here, the one that I grow in my garden, there are three of them, are the more common one that are usually found in Southeast Asia. Also, if you go to an Asian supermarket, you will find them readily available, and they're pretty cheap. You can get like a whole bundle for just $1. Perilla goes by many names. Perilla is one of them. Shiso, beefsteak plant, Perilla mint. A lot of people refer to them as Perilla mint because they are in the same family as mint, and I think they're called Lamiaceae. I'm terrible with these pronunciation, but I will put the words on the screen so you can see. So they're in the same family as the mint. They're slightly minty to taste, but it's not as minty as the regular mint. They're beautiful. The leaves are like papery, and they do have a little bit of these fuzz on here. So you see, when they feel very papery. So I have been growing these varieties in my garden for many years, and my parents have grown them for many years before then. My parents love these plants because they said that if you make them into a tea and drink them, it'll help you relax and sleep. I'm not sure how scientific that is, but that's what they just mentioned, and I also do that because they just say so. But I use these in salads and spring rolls. If you ever make spring rolls, you can put a few of these in. The larger leaves, you can roll them up with rice and then dip them in like the light soy sauce, and they're just fantastic. There are so many different uses for these. A lot of people wrap meat with them, and some people just eat them raw. They're great either way. It's kind of difficult to explain how they taste because I'm really not sure, but they're slightly minty. And they are just gorgeous. So this here, as I mentioned, is the purple. So you get purple top and purple bottom. They are annual in cold climates. They're very easy to grow. So the best condition for these is late spring. They do love a little warmth, but they don't like too much heat. May, right now is May, so that is why they're just gorgeous and beautiful. This is the best time to grow them, and they're very easy. So once the weather gets really warm, they will produce these seed pods, and the pods would drop seeds, and then if you just leave it alone, the next year they'll come back and they'll grow all over again. So you really don't have to grow them every season. They'll just grow from the seeds that dropped. You can propagate them. I have made multiple videos on how to propagate them, so you can check those out. And like mint and basil, if you prune them, they will grow more. And if you see seed pods or buds coming out, pluck those off, and then the leaves will remain tender and big, and they will grow very nice for you to have leaves to use. So I will show you the other varieties that I have, and a few of the volunteer that they just grew from the previous season. So here, you see that? Those are volunteer. I never really grow these. They just come back. You see them? Those are all volunteer, so I'm gonna let them grow. and when they're big enough I will harvest the leaves to use. So there's really no need to start plants if you let them go to seed and drop. So here's some more. You see that? They're just all over the place. And I think it's because I threw a few of these in my compost, and then I used the compost soil, and that's why they're everywhere. So they could grow a bunch, but I don't think they're a weed, because if you cut them they'll just die. They don't multiply like mint do underground. So these are not much of a problem. So I just let the seeds drop. And here is another one. See, it grew in the grass. So that's usually how I find them. I pull them out of the grass and I put them into my raised bed or pots or whatever place you want to grow them. They're great to be grown in the ground. They're great to be grown in pots. So they're very, very easy. So let's go look at the other varieties. Okay, and here are some more of them. And next to them, the purple one is the green one. So this is the green Perilla, green shiso, purple Perilla or purple shiso. And the green variety has a little different taste than this. The texture is also slightly different. I think the green one, the leaves is a little bit softer, and this one is a little bit more papery, but I love these because they're beautiful. Okay, and here is the other variety, and the difference with this is it's half green and half purple. So the purple is on the underside, and this particular one here I actually propagated from a bundle that I bought from the grocery store. They're very easy, so you should try that if you can't find seeds for them. They're just amazing plant, easy to grow, beautiful. So some people get these confused with coleus. So I'm going to show you what coleus look like. That way you can tell the difference. They do have slight similarities, but if you put them together, they're just completely two different plants. So let's bring one over and see. Alright guys, so here are my coleus plants. And I think the one that looked the most like the shiso is these purple ones. So let's take one of these here over there and compare. Alright guys, here they are right next to each other. The purple Perilla coleus and the green Perilla. And I guess you could say that they are a little bit alike. But with coleus, the leaves are a little softer and kind of like different texture. And I think they're a little thicker. So the Perilla are papery, and the thing that are most likely to look the same is the stems, because they're kind of square. So I guess that's why people sometimes get mixed up between those. But as you can see, if you're right next to each other, you can tell that they're completely different. So purple Perilla, green Perilla or shiso, just absolutely gorgeous plants, and they're just so easy to grow. They have so many health benefits that you can read about, and they're easy to propagate. So you can just grow them by propagation, or you can wait for them to drop seeds and grow them. They grow very fast. They like to be pruned, and the more you prune, the more they will grow, exactly like basil. So if you know how to grow basil, you can grow these. Anyway guys, that is one of my favorite herbs to grow in the garden, and I suggest you look these up and maybe try them out. And if you do, please come back to this video and let me know how you like them. Alright guys, that is it. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.